Yes, so this is a family advisory board where I was one of the founding members that since 2014 we established with Tim, where he was starting this group. Most of our members were having we had the experience with children's service, mainly CP and the FGC experience. So we met once a month for the past 10 years until today, and we are still running. Even Tim's left us, and so I take over his role to organize the stuff, but we're still going on. And then it's a safe place for us to share our experience, and we also participate in many different activities to help Camden. So we share our experience, and where Tim learn our experience and he feedback to the council. So this is the participatory work and from the early days. So we have done different projects to test the water, to test our skill, to stir up our heart and to do more things. So we have some work with social workers. So we opened the dialogue with social worker to meet them, to talk about each other and to share about our experience. And then, yes, later on, we have I'm not going to the Camden conversation yet. So we have the stories. Yeah, we can go to the stories. So this is
just tell me when to move slides.
Then we have Friday stories. Tim, you want to talk about your Friday story?
We learn about Friday stories from the Family Good Conference work in the Netherlands, and write stories once a week on a Friday. And it actually felt really significant over time, and where we would just share one story from the work that we were doing over the local authority email. And so this was going out to all the social workers, all the managers within the council. And it was kind of like that proprietary space of the local authority email. And we started to sort of try to sort of bring a bit of hope and disrupt some of those spaces, the email, the office space as well, the town hall. And it felt like a bit of a culture shift, because before, Carmen and I really big ambassadors, supporters of Family Good Conference, which we still are. And that was all about a point of distinction. It was all about, let's get out into the community, let's operate a parallel method in offering a community meeting, which is distinct and different from the child protection process. I think what happened with advocacy and what we learn through learning about these ways of parent partnership is that we needed to sort of like really like try to work to bring hope and disrupt some of the mainstream system, rather than just running parallel community meetings like Family Good Conferences. And the stories was part of that, really, because we'd send them direct out to everybody on a Friday. And sometimes there'd be stories about advocacy, and sometimes there'd be stories about a social worker that got a young person a bike. And sometimes there'd be stories about the local authority office that everybody had remembered that the office for Adney Bish in Kentish Town was actually named after a black worker and a manager in the 90s, and everybody had forgotten that. It's my new job. So we started the stories.
This is a part of our stories. We have a lot of stories to send out every Friday. So it's not just the petitioner stories, but the parents' stories as well. I have the privilege to train as the parent advocate, and after the Camden conversations, and I feel really proud of this, and despite of my experience, so it doesn't go to vain, and I could utilize them to now today be supporting other parents to going through their storms. And so I could say most of my referral to parents is they are very quickly, the case will go down to child in need, or even the case closed. I think you can go to the next slide. I think that is the example for my first referral. case, the parents who was really angry with what happened, and then there was really communication breakdown with her social worker, and at first when I went in, it is kind also we need to build a relationship, right? She need to trust me to be able to start this work. And I think this piece of work is not just me and the parents, but also the social worker. It's three different parties to make it work. First, the social worker needs to trust this process, trust us as well to support the parent, where also parent need to trust me to do this. And so I'm very happy that she will take on my advice and how to communicate better. And while you'll be angry, but when you want to get your point, you don't shout at people like that. You talk to people, right? To get your point, to get the other person to hear you. She gradually she changed her attitude with her social worker, and we all see the change in her, and she's been more working together and focus on the children, and not taking all defensive thinking, people attacking her. Instead, we focus on her child, and things has changed, and her child also changed. It's also how your parents, your emotions affect your children, how they react as well. So but her child starts gradually change to seeing a mom more calm and really working with the professional and everything, and she got all her support, and the child get the support. And so now she doesn't want to go to school, and now she's really happy to go to not mainstream school, but the school that are really suitable for her in her situation. And also the case was closed, down to trials in it, then it closed within 10 months. So I'm super proud of this first case. And then also all other cases, and they also is people are changed. I don't mean parents are in the wrong, but I think we are more help people to understand what happened to them. That's important, and then they can make more better choices for themselves. So it's more transforming. So besides that, we are doing the practical things to help them, voice for them, help them to understand all the process and everything, how to deal with the professional. But I think the most important is they understand what they are actually going through, why they were in that situation, what they need to learn and grow from it, right? And then so they could go to a better path to transform themselves. And most of those parents I'm still have contact with, because they gone through that. And I think I'm kind of like advocates, like a mentor, because we gone through something, and we could have give them tips and stuff, and to how they could do when they're facing challenge. And also because they've been through this themselves, and also stir up their heart, and they want to be an advocate. So we are still in contact, and some of them will join our FAB group, and when they were ready, and they were going to be trained as advocate as well. So it's like a very ecosystem. We need to push more.
Yeah.
Because if one hands, you can't really do much, and you don't understand the service you're providing for the people who actually receive it. So if you would include the lived experience, we include the people who receive the service, voice in it is really important into any kind of service. That's my view into it. So first, we need to have the relationship first. So
Yes,
relational
yes.
activism. Yes.
Relational activism, yeah. And there's the website that Tim's put up.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it was O'Shaughnessy and Kennedy were two writers writing about environmental activism, feminist environmental activism, and so they were the first to coin, put those two words together, relational activism. We always give a nod to them, and what they were doing was calling attention to the way that relationship building work contributes to conventional activism or reactivism, but also constitutes activism in and of itself.
Yeah.
So this relational work, this relationship building work that we're doing, is also activism and supports more traditional forms of protest. Yeah.